Well, good morning all. I just wanted to apologise that I haven't put a video out for the last couple of weeks. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. I've had some issues, so I'll go through that in a later video. But we were also away for my brother's 60th birthday party, so we had a good time away for that. However, now we've got to get back into it. What I'm going to take you through is the electrical system. Now, this has been a slow process. So when you see the first clip, it was taken back in early 2022. So it's been going on for a long time. Anyway, the electrician came back and finally finished last week. So what I'll do is I'll go through what I've done so far. You'll see some earlier videos of what I had to do to get it ready for the electrician. And then when we get through that, I'll take you through exactly what I've got in my electrical system. This could be a long video. I'm not an expert on any means on all the electrical stuff. That's why I got an electrician in who does auto electrician as well. So he's done both sides of it. It's been certified, got the safety certificate saying it can connect to the grid. That's excellent. So now what I'll do is I'll take you through the start of the process, and then I'll come back to you and show you what we've got in the electrical components of our bus. Well, good morning all. This week is an exciting week as the auto electrician has now turned up, so we can get all our solar equipment connected, so which is really cool. It's taken 7 months to finally get somebody out here, but he's here now and all ready to go. What I've had to do is I've had to change this around just a little. Instead of using this side here, we're just going to put the inverter on this side, and then on the side of the wall we're going to put all the other the MMPT and the DC to DC chargers are going to be on these walls, so I've had to cut some more panels out for it. There's our batteries in there, as you can see, and we've got one more battery which hopefully will fit right there. And that then leaves us this space here, which is cool. If I ever need to put another battery in, I've got the room, which is great. So we've got the time lapse happening as we go through things, so we shall see how we go. Alright guys, so auto electrician's doing a great job. We've just got the short power run, and as you can see it's all in conduit going through the bottom down there, and he's putting it through the bathroom at the moment. Alright guys, day one of auto electrician has come and gone. As you can see, he's got it all set up now with how it's going to be running. Unfortunately, when we opened up the box for the batteries, the cables that they're supposed to be cables that come with it, and they weren't there, so we've had to get in contact with the supplier, and they're sending it out because they've got a special connection, so we've got to wait for that. He's run the shore power lead from the outlet outside into the inverter already, so that's ready to go. Tomorrow, he's put up the monitor for Victron. He's also got a parts list that he needs to get, so the wiring will start tomorrow for it. So it's coming along nicely, which is good. Now, some of you guys have asked about the ventilation and the fireproofing. I talked to him about the fireproofing, and he said, look, he's checked up on the manual for Victron, and from all he's heard and done before, there's no need for it for this system. As long as it's well ventilated, that's all it needs. He said, but keep an eye on it. If we need to do anything, we will, but he's pretty sure that we won't have to do anything with it. There is going to be fans coming out, bringing air in and pushing air out on either end of the bed. And if after we take it away a few times and I feel it's getting too hot, I will vent one out to the outside of the bus as well. Don't want to do that, but if I have to do it, it will be done. So that's how we're going so far on the electrical system. So I'm pretty happy. All going well. It should be done by Thursday. He may have to come back after to connect a few other things. Hopefully not, because it's once he's done the 240, all the other stuff, if all the wires are run, I can connect that anyway. It's going well. Alright guys, we're just up on the roof and we've drilled the hole for the solar panel and cabling to come through. It's a 16mm hole. I've filed it off. I've also put some rust protection paint on it. Once that dries, we're going to stick some conduit up through it and then the cable will run down and then I can attach the housing to it. Alright guys, we've put some flexi conduit down inside. We've Sikaflexed around the side there, and now we've got Sikaflex here. I'm not going to screw into this, so the Sikaflex should hold it down. So I'm going to put that on now. Alright guys, day 2 has ended for the Sparky. As you can see, we've got the 240 running along. This is going up under the ceiling. So that's done. The AC has been connected. Alright, also the batteries are in place. They've got some angles brackets on either side, keeping it in nice and tight in between the framing of the bed. Also there's a angle bracket down the bottom to stop it moving, and we've got the 12-volt battery connected, not connected, it's strapped down. Also the DC to DC charger, the Cerbo, the 12-volt panel on a Multiplus, and also the other MMPT and the other DC to DC chargers. We've got the little monitor system up on the wall, and the cables come down through my cupboard. We're going to have a false wall here, so I've got to build them tomorrow, and that's where the fuse box is going, and then the solar shut off is going up there as well. And it goes down through all the way down to the bottom. 240 going down the back for the hot water system, and the bottom one is the shore power coming in. Now he's doing a really good job here. As you can see, these are all ready wired, and you can't even see the wires. They're all down underneath, so that's really good. It's going to look really good when it's finished. So he's coming back tomorrow. Now we've got one fan that will be mounted just on the wall here, blowing directly onto the inverter, and there'll be another one sucking air out from here out into the bus. If it needs to have one vented outside, which I don't think it will, then I'll do that, but hopefully it shouldn't do it. Well, good morning guys. Today is, what are we at today? It's Saturday the 21st of August 2022. Now I've got to continue on with stuff for the electrician as he's still working. He's not today of course because it's Saturday. The 12-volt battery is up and running. We haven't got the solar yet connected, which will be one of the other things he'll do next, but we're still waiting on the cables from the supplier of the batteries that were missing in the packaging. So I'm hoping they'll be here early this week. Anyway, I'm going to crack on and do this now, and we'll see how we go. I'm trying to use all my leftover timber that I've either used and made a mistake with, or it's leftover parts. So I'm going to use this. This was going to be a part of the dinette seat, but I've changed the design of it, so this is no longer needed. So I'm going to unscrew the screws. It's also glued, so I'm going to cut through with the miter saw, and then I'm going to use this for the framing of that spot in the electrical cupboard. Alright guys, so I've made the framing for this section. This is the side section. There's going to be another bit of plywood up here, and this is the part that you can take off and get to the wiring. The box is going to sit across the front as such, like so. And then I've got the other section out there, which I'll show you in a minute, which goes in there. So this is the other bit of framing that goes across the side. Now I've also cut out the front part that's going on there, and I've attached that because I can't screw it in when I put it in there. So I've screwed it in. I've marked where the cutouts have to go, so I'm going to cut it out with the multi-tool, and then I can fix this in. Okay, so this is a section I've just cut out the section for the fuse wires to come through. As you can see, I said I already put those holes there. That's why, because I couldn't get through with that. And it's also going to be the same up here at the top. Actually, I'm not going to really worry about up the top, because I can do one here, and one here, and it won't move. Now I've got to work on this section here for this false wall, and then I'll just have to attach that, and it's all ready to go. Okay guys, I've finished this panel here, got the fuse box in, ready for the electrician when he comes back. So this is be able to be unscrewed and got into. Now I've got to do these ones down here as well. I don't know whether I'm going to do that today or not. So if you've been following these videos for a while now, or if you just started, my name's Andrew, my wife's Carolyn. We have a Mitsubishi Rosa 2007 bus, which we've converted. It's been going now for 2.5 years, and we're nearly there, thank goodness for that. So not too much to go. But what we're going to do is explain what we've got with our electrical system. Now, we've got no gas in the bus. Everything runs off the battery, so we didn't want any gas in our bus, so everything's electrical, and all our big appliances are all 240 volts. We have 12 volt stuff as well, and I'll go through that as we go through this video. All right, so being that it's a 240 volt system, we needed a fairly big battery bank to cater for that. When I went around looking for auto electricians and electricians, the people that I found worked out what I needed, and then they built the system to what I needed to run it, and if I ever got any extra, it should cover it as well. But there is room for another battery if I need it. What have we got that's running off the 240 system? We've got our residential fridge, we've got our residential oven microwave, we have our Dometic Harrier Plus air conditioner, we've got 2 Duetto Mark II hot water systems, we have, just trying to think what else we've got of it. We've also got 240 outlets all around the bus, so we should have no issues with connecting. We've also got, that's the other thing, we've got a coffee machine that we run off the 240 volt. It also has a milk frother that we've got. We've also got 2 electric blankets for winter when we travel around, so we run that off the 240 volt. And so far, as you know, we've taken it away for some shakedown tests. We've taken it quite a few times. Now, when we went away over the weekend for my brother's birthday party, we got to use a bit more of it, and we've had no issues with ever running out of power or the 3000 watt inverter cutting out for not enough juice to run everything that we've got on. So at the moment it's going really well. We'll know more when we go full time in the bus, which is not too far away. Anyway, let me show you all the stuff that we've got running off it. And as I said, I'm no expert, so I don't know all the ins and outs of how everything works, but I'll explain what I've got. Most of you may know how they work, so I won't go through it. This is only what I've done in my electrical system, so it's not a how-to video. Every bus is going to be different. So anyway, let's take a look and see what's in our system. This is our oven here. It's a Panasonic NN-CS89LB. It's a convection microwave oven, so we can use it for both microwave and an oven. And this is where Carolyn does her baking of her bread and a lot of our cooking as well. We have our Dometic Harrier Plus air conditioner. This thing works a treat. You've got to make sure you've got shut out, block out curtains or block out shutters or whatever all around your bus, okay? Because once you've cut the major heat coming in, this works a treat, and it doesn't chew up a lot of battery. Usually if you're using it, it's a hot day, the sun's out, the solar panels is bringing in more than what the air conditioner is using, and once you get it to the temperature you want, it just keeps it there, so it doesn't use a lot of power at all, which is really good. The other thing we've got is, this is Carolyn's favourite thing in the bus. It's our coffee machine and frother. This is all 240. It runs off that. We've also got, oops, I've got to fix that up, our hot water system. Now this one is just the 240 volt version. The one that's using in our recirculating shower is the 240 and 12 volt version, but I could have got away with just the 240 watt version of it. We've got our residential fridge. This is a LG inverter compressor fridge. Its model is GB-335PL. It's a 335 litre fridge, so a good size residential fridge, because we'll be living in this full time. So we've got that. We've got sockets placed around the bus so we can use it. We have, what else have we got? We've got our electric blankets on here at the moment. Now, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this. I'll have to turn the light on, so let me do that. Okay, so the electrical system is under my bed. At the moment, we've got the electric blanket on, which connects to the socket down here, and it's the same on Carolyn's bed as well. Carolyn uses it more than I do. She likes to get into a nice warm bed, so she uses it more than I do. Anyhow, let's get stuck into it. We've got two 48 volt batteries, 100 amp hours. They run in parallel, so it's 48 volts. We've also got a 12 volt battery which runs all our 12 volt. The 48 volt runs all our 240 volt. We have a Victron Multiplus 48 volt 3000 watt inverter. We have, I don't know whether you can see that, it's a Victron MMPT 150/35 a smart solar charger. We have an Orion-TR 24 to 48 volt DC to DC charger. We have two of those. We've also got the Cerbo GX. We've also got another Orion 48 to 12 volt 30 amp DC to DC charger. We have our 12 volt fuse block and also our Victron fuse block, which runs all our Victron stuff. We have the Cerbo touchscreen, which monitors our whole system. It also has our fresh water, our grey water, our shower tank and our black water, which run from a tank 140, which is situated, you can't see it real well, sorry guys, just here it is. So our tank sensors, our 4 tank sensors run back to that spot. With our 12 volt, we've got our Sirocco fans, we've got one each. We've got our 12 volt lighting, we've got our max fan, we have all our other lighting. We've still got strip lighting to go across here once the ceiling's done. We've got our overhead cabinet lights, which will be over the cabin of the bus. This is all run off our wireless sphere controller. We've also got outside lights, 3 outside lights on either side. It also runs our UV filter that's out the back in the garage section. And what else have we got running 12 volt? I think that's it at the moment. So that's pretty much our system. Oh, we've also got an EnerDrive, I don't know what it's called, I'm not sure, but it hooks onto the battery, and once the bus is running at a certain amperage, it'll then start to charge the batteries as well. So we've got that running as well. And up on the roof, we've got three 390 watt Trina Honey solar panels, which are in series. So we've got 1170 watts of solar coming in. This is how our system, or what we've got in our system. We've also got the lights in here. I forgot about this. On either side of the Carolyn's and mine, we've got lights in here. This turns our solar panels off. Here is our switchboard. This turns all the electrical stuff off so we can isolate it if need be. This is the AC and the power, and this is the hot water system for the shower and the hot water system from the kitchen. So we turn these off and they'll turn off the hot water systems. We can turn them on from here. The other thing with our system, we can turn our batteries off as well, and we've got an on-off battery, so we can turn off everything, which is really good. Now with our 12-volt system, most of it's up and running. There are a few little modifications that I want to make for it, which I'll do. I want to put a on-off switch for the kitchen part, so I'm going to do that. Also for the shower pump in the garage, I want a two-way switch because I want to be able to turn it off from here. But when I'm cleaning out the filters and the hot water system, I want to be able to turn it on out in the garage so I can drain everything out that way. So I've still got that to do, and as I said, we've still got the lights for the ceiling once that's all done. So what I'll do, down in the description, I'll put a list of all the parts that I've used in our electrical system. That way, if you're looking at doing something similar, it'll give you an idea of what you sort of need. Now, the electrical side of the build was the most expensive side of the build. That is one of the reasons why it's taken so long, because we've had to save up the money to buy stuff and pay for it, and also for the electrician. So it's been about probably nearly close to 18 months to get all the electrical work done. So it's been a really slow process. It's not completely finished. As I said, I've got a few little things left to do. However, most of it is done. It's certified, it's safe, so everything's working. We've got a shore power connection at the back, which we can plug into any household outlet or caravan park outlet and charge up the bus. We can also connect our generator to it, which will also charge up the bus. Now, what we did do, we wanted to test out how the shore power would charge up the bus. So we ran it down to about 80% the battery. So then we connected it to the shore power, and with the shore power and the solar system, it was bringing in about 3,000 watts of power into the battery. So it only took like 45 minutes to charge the 20% that we needed. So one thing I would suggest to you, if you're going to do a electrical system, to try and get as much solar input as you can, so you can charge your batteries up quicker. Because while you can plug into shore power if you've got that connected, and you can run your generator, if you can get most of it from the sun, you'll be happier. Now that's going to be also a problem if it's been cloudy for a lot of times as well. But we've got 4 ways we can charge, so we're really happy with that. We can drive the bus and charge it, we can put the generator on and charge it, we can put shore power on and charge it, and we've got the solar panels. So we should be right to charge everything up when we need it, but till we get on the road full time, we won't know. So guys, that's everything for the electrical system. I hope that gives you an idea of what we've done, maybe help you a little bit out. As I said, I'll put a list of everything that I use below. I'll also link to the installation of the solar panel, so if you haven't seen that for the solar panels, you can see that, and that'll all be linked below in the description. So Once again, guys, we really do appreciate you taking the time out to watch our videos. We hope you give this video a thumbs up. We hope you subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We're looking forward to the build coming to an end, and once it's all finished, we'll do a tour of the bus so you can see everything. Everything will be cleaned up. We'll have all the protective coatings off all the kitchen and the walls, so it should look a lot different when it's all uncovered. So anyway, guys, take care. Sorry about the late video, and as always, I hope your build's going well, and we'll see you in the next video. All right, guys, catch you later.